Radnor Memorial Library, and I'm here at the beautiful Chanticleer Gardens today, enjoying this beautiful fall weather. And today we're going to be bringing some stories to you that have to do with our garden scavenger hunt that is going on throughout the month of October. So any day that you come to visit the garden, you can pick up a scavenger hunt sheet at the front desk, and if you complete it, then you can bring it to the library for a prize.
Move over, Rover. Rover's in the doghouse, chewing on a bone. What a day to romp and play. Too bad he's all alone. Oh my, look at the sky. Thunder, lightning, mighty frightening. Rain is pouring. Oh, how boring. Rover's in the doghouse, sleeping through the storm. Cat is looking all around to find a place that's warm. Move over, Rover. All right, that's the line you guys can say with me next time. Okay? Cat's in the doghouse, sleeping through the storm. Raccoon is looking all around to find a place that's warm. Skit, scat, cat, move over, Rover. Raccoon's in the doghouse, sleeping through the storm. Squirrel is looking all around to find a place that's warm. Make room, Raccoon. Skit, scat, cat, move over, Rover. Squirrel's in the doghouse, sleeping through the storm. Blue Jay's looking all around to find a place that's warm. Squeeze in, Squirrel. Make room, Raccoon. Skit, scat, cat, move over, Rover. Blue Jay's in the doghouse, sleeping through the storm. Snake is looking all around to find a place that's warm. Out of the way, Blue Jay. Squeeze in, Squirrel. Make room, Raccoon. Skit, scat, cat, move over, Rover. Snake's in the doghouse, sleeping through the storm. Mouse is looking all around to find a place that's warm. Slide aside, Snake. Out of the way, Blue Jay. Squeeze in, Squirrel. Make room, Raccoon. Skit, scat, cat, move over, Rover. Tight fit, might split. Sorry, Mouse. Full house. Crowded in the doghouse, all are sleeping well. But then they catch a whiff. What's that awful smell? Skitter, scatter. What's the matter? Scamper, scurry. What's the hurry? You know what's making that awful smell? Skunk's in the doghouse, sleeping through the storm. The rest are racing round to find another place that's warm. Oh my, look at the sky. Storm's over. Where's Rover? Romping, racing, jumping, chasing? No. Our Rover is in the doghouse, chewing on a bone, soaked and sopping, tail flip-flopping, happy he's alone. Guess he doesn't mind being wet at this point, huh? And that's the end. So we had a stinky, stripy friend in that story, didn't we? And the animals got dry in the doghouse and wet out in the storm. So hope you guys can find something stripy in the garden. This is an informational book called Stripes of All Types by Susan Stockdale, and we're going to learn about all different kinds of animals that have stripes. Okay, of course we know about a skunk, right? And this book is being shared with permission by Peachtree Publishing. Stripes of all types, and of course we know zebra too, but there are a lot more than just skunks and zebras. Let's read about them. Stripes found in water on a jellyfish, right? Sliding through weeds. Can you see that snake blending in with the grass there? Drinking from rivers, right? A lemur's tail has stripes. And darting through reeds. This bird is called an American bittern. It's there. Toading a shell or twisting on sand. This is called a moray eel. And sprawled in a lair. You know this striped animal? And sprinting on land. Prowling the prairie like a badger, or perched on a peak. This animal is called a bongo. Crawling on cactus. Can you see these bees? These bees like the cactus flowers. And camped by a creek. That's called a tapir. Propped on a log or poised on a leaf. I don't know if you're going to find frogs or butterflies that have stripes on them here, but you'll probably find lots of butterflies and maybe a frog or a toad. Scaling a ridge. And scouting a reef. Lots of fish have stripes. Beautiful patterns. Stripes found in forests. Here's another deer type of animal called an okapi. And stripes found on farms. Did you know turkeys have stripes on their feathers? Yep. Stripes found with children curled in their arms. Maybe you have something with stripes at home too. And this book has lots of great information about all these animals as well that you can read about if you check it out from the library, as well as a game that you can play by guessing the animal by the pattern of their stripes. This book is called A Hippy-Hoppy Toad, and it's by Peggy Archer and Ann Wilsdorf. And this book has a lot of different things that are on your nature scavenger hunt. You're going to be looking for something that's dry. You're going to listen for something that's rough, something that's tiny, and something that's green. A Hippy-Hoppy Toad. In the middle of a puddle, in the middle of a road, on a teeter-totter twig, sat a teeny tiny toad. Tiny? That's our toad. Snap went the twig. Up went the toad. And he landed on a tree by the side of the road. On the raggy shaggy tree by the side of the road, on the rough bark, sat the teeny tiny toad. Did you hear something that was rough? I did. The bark of the tree, right? Peck went a bird. Jump went the toad, and he tumbled to a flower in the park by the road. On a fuzzy yellow flower in the hush-rush breeze sat the teeny tiny toad in the shadow of the trees. Buzz went a bee. Hop went the toad. And he jumped to the grass at the side of the road. In the slippy sloppy grass where the toad sat still was a happy snappy cricket with a sing-song trill. Chirp went the cricket. Tree went the toad, and he chased the chirpy cricket to the gravel down the road. In the stony gritty gravel in the shade by the road in the calm quiet morning sat the Hippy-Hoppy Toad. Woof went a dog. Puff went the toad. You can tell he's scared, right? He puffed out his throat. Then he hopped to the top of a stone by the road. On the fat, flat stone in the warm, still air lay a tough scrubbed lizard with a sharp, steady stare. Slink went the lizard. Blink went the toad. And he hip-hop-flopped to the dry, dusty road. Down the dry, dusty road where the toad crept along under bunchy, crunchy leaves came an easy, breezy song. I see some things that are dry. Do you? The crunchy leaves are dry. The road is dusty and dry. What's making an easy breezy song? Let's see. Whoosh went the wind. Swoosh went the toad. And he flew to a leaf hanging close to the road. Round the flippy-floppy leaf came a whirlwind gust of a huff-puff wind with a cloud of dust. Bump went a shoe. Watch out, Toad. Thump went the toad, and he landed on the sneaker as it ran down the road. Past the flippy-floppy leaf, down a dry, dusty road, through the bunchy, crunchy leaves, round a flat, flat stone, through the stony, gritty gravel, past a fuzzy yellow flower, by the slippy, sloppy grass, and a raggy, shaggy tree. Went the bump, thump sneaker with the teeny, tiny toad, hanging on for the ride as they raced down the road. The shoe went zag, the toad went zig, and he sailed through the air to a teeter-totter twig. Doesn't this look familiar? In the middle of a puddle, in the middle of a road, on a teeter-totter twig sat a teeny, tiny toad. Right? We saw lots of things that were green in this book, didn't we? Our toad has some green, the leaves, the grass, the grasshopper, the lizard. I think you'll find lots of cool things that are green here in the garden.